Hi guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. So today we are looking at Flashback Ribery and his Flashback 90 rated card. So a pretty incredible card, to be honest. You can see his stats there. I have used them on my own account as well. I think I've got just over 50 goals in 40 something games. I'll put a screenshot somewhere of that. And we've actually, just a side note, we have got quite a few packs to open for that Future Stars promo tomorrow, which have come from our weekend league that we just did in Rivals, where Ribery featured heavily. He also featured quite heavily in the weekend league before that as well, actually. But yeah, a really useful card for me. I used them up front. Ribery's card on this FIFA, so the reason why I've got the foot bin up is because I can simply see his price, which normally obviously if I was on my account you wouldn't be able to do because he's untradeable. But that is a humongous bloody price tag. Jesus, 1.1 mil for this card. That is absolute insanity. If I'm being honest, I think he's a really good card. I'll be scoring him very highly in terms of ability, but for 1.1 mil for an untradeable card, Jesus, that's expensive. Nah, that's too high for me. But anyways, I'll come on to that. The reason he is so expensive is, first of all, he's Franck Ribery. A lot of people like Franck Ribery. He's French, he links well. Serie A links well. There's not a lot of left wingers in the Serie A, so that's another thing to consider if you are running a Serie A team. And he has 5-star skills, 5-star weak foot. So in terms of a card, he's a fantastic card. 90 pace, 92 dribbling, really good. All right, I mean, you can see it on there. Most of the stats on here are a lighter green, if not a darker green, where they're above 90. His pace is really solid, 90 plus pace. Dribbling really good, although surprisingly he doesn't have above 90 agility. Passing, fantastic. Shooting, the one thing I would say about this card is these two stats here, finishing and shot power of 84 and 85, that's a lie to me. That's an absolute lie. He was finishing far better than the likes of Ben Yedder was for me, including Dybala as well. Actually, Dybala missed some absolute sitters. Ribery seemed to be scoring a lot more goals for me, and as I mentioned earlier, he scored 50 goals for me in about 46 games, so a really solid card. And the other thing about Franck Ribery is 85 stamina, so he's actually going to be pretty much alright the entire game. Even if you go into extra time, he shouldn't cause you too many problems, unless you play him in cam, in which case you might start to see a little bit of a drop off, but that's the same with most cards. Stats wise, brilliant card, and the other reason why I kept this on Footbin is to show you some of the things you can put on this card to make him absolutely unreal. So finisher being one of them. If you're playing him up front, this might be the one you go for, simply because it maxes out his finishing to literally 99. But I didn't see a problem with his finishing, so personally I'd swerve on that one. The main one that I would recommend you do go for, and this is going to be no surprise to anyone really, is that Hunter version, because if you get the Hunter, you've got him up to 99 pace, he's as quick as he can possibly be, and his shooting goes up significantly. There's no point in putting physicality on him. He's far too low to even bother trying to muscle people off. It just won't happen for you. And passing, he's fantastic for a striker. You don't need to improve that anymore. Dribbling, I think, is fine as it is. I mean, yeah, okay, 89 agility for the type of card he is, where you can't muscle people off at all. It might need to be slightly higher. But he's got 5-star weak foot, so you can manoeuvre him around as much as you need to, just fine. And a lot of the highly paced centre backs with high pace in the game don't have high agility; they have high sprint speed. I'm thinking of like Boatengs and stuff like that. So that's the Ribery card on face value. As I mentioned earlier, the value of him, 1.1 million, is insanely high. Okay, if you have a lot of untradables, team of the year, if you have a lot of untradables, you could get him for definitely a lot cheaper than that. But how much cheaper? Maybe about 700k. If you've got all of the cards to get him, just get him. But yeah, I mean, personally for me, I would pay no more than, I think, 400, maybe 500k is reasonable for him, I'd say, if you've got the untradables to make him that sort of price. And obviously you can check that on Footbin, see how much, what teams you can eliminate from the price or not. So yeah, I mean, PC, I'm sorry, but that's ridiculously high. 1.25 million for him. You're going to struggle to get that down. So yeah, that is far too high. But anyways, I'll get into some clips with him. So a lot of these clips, it will be literally his second or third goal, or like a really decent assist. Nice pass there to Ben Yedder, and as I mentioned earlier, Ben Yedder's up front with Ribery, and you expect that from two 5-star skillers. This goal I love, because look how quickly this ball gets moved. easily. And then this is a lovely little chip. That is a gorgeous chip, crossbarring in from Frank Ribery there. And this sort of thing highlights his pace, because 90 pace actually doesn't feel like that much. I mean, you can see that he's up against the 96 pace Traore, but because he's got either foot, he can literally shoot off either foot. It doesn't really matter if a defender starts closing you down, because you can go through the path of least resistance. You can carry on down that line, and you can run off if you need to, and you can stay away from him, and you'll still get a good angle off. Another lovely pass there from Frank Ribery to score again. And yeah, his finesse shots are absolutely fine. I wouldn't say they're amazing. It's just like, he's got 5-star weak foot, man. Like, you can shoot off either foot. You can get the best angle and just go for it. You don't have to worry about it. Whereas with some other cards, and I saw this with Eusebio as well, even cards with like 4-star weak foot, 4-star, just 4-star weak foot, you still had to amend your run just slightly, or at least there was something in the back of your mind going, he might miss this, I'm not going to do it. And I do it to Dybala all the time, although he has scored quite a few with his right foot for me. But you do it all the time, just subconsciously you're thinking, I need to check back, I need to pass this across, I need to do another pass, I need to dribble again. Here you can see him just running through using that agility and that pace, and just to get in and just do a little dink over. I didn't score many long shots with him, so I can't really speak too much about his long shots, but his finishing for me was fantastic. And that pass as well, a lot of these balls you'll see are just little passes in behind that it just seems to work so well with the 4-4-2. Two strikers that can use either foot. Okay, yeah, I'm using Dybala now, but I mean, I kept that in just because Ben Yedder made him look a bit silly. But Dybala's brilliant. Ben Yedder suited it really well, suited him as a partner really well. I'd love to see what Ribery does in a formation where you've got someone that's really tall up front, like a Cristiano Ronaldo, but let's face it, Ronaldo tears up. And there you can see him with his agility, just keeping the defender off him, like I mentioned. The strength, not really making much of a difference, the lack of strength rather. And yeah, just slotting in the bottom corner. So in terms of ratings for Ribery, I mean, you can see that he's got a lot of pros, not a lot of cons, and the cons are related: strength and area ability. He can't head the ball, but you don't really need him to. Technically, I'm actually going to give him a 9.5, because technically he was so strong. It's just, yeah, there was nothing he couldn't do, aside from maybe a few long shots, which I can't ever really trying, but yeah, I don't feel like his long shots would be good enough. And finesse shots, they were okay, and passing was good, but not amazing, but very good for a striker. You know, it wasn't like a midfielder level, it wasn't insanity, it wasn't like mid Eusebio level for me, it wasn't like Pele level or Cantona level. It was just really good. So 9.5, a very good rating, not quite a 10, but very good rating. Tactically, the medium work rates didn't feel like much of an issue for me at all. I think it would be an issue if you were to play him in cam, simply because you'd start to find he's dropping off too much, he's not making as many runs. You might find that his stamina is starting to struggle a little bit, but I'm still going to give him a good rating, because let's face it, he was in the right position for me at the right time. So I'm going to give him a 9.2 for that one. Physically, I'm going to give him an 8, because he's got the pace, he's got no strength whatsoever, and no aerial ability whatsoever either, so there's no point in trying to cross the ball into him. Mental, he was very consistent for me. Like I said, I have only played him in the stats that I'll show you, in the little screenshot I'll show you of his shooting, of his goal tally for me, in Div 1 rivals or in Foot Champs. I don't play squad battles with that team. I was playing with the silver team to get that silver objective done. So yeah, a lot of goals in a lot of games for me, so he's very consistent. So for that, I'll give him a 9. In fact, actually scratch that, I'm going to give him 9.5, because yeah, he's been fantastic for me, and I can't really complain too much about it, so why can I knock off a point for it? Now, I'm going to go ability first. Ability, I'm going to give him a 9.3, because ability-wise, he was absolutely fantastic. Not quite as good as Eusebio's, you know, the strength and area ability wasn't there at all, but regardless, he scored a lot of goals for me. He was very good. Value, though, oh my god, that is so expensive for that's too expensive. I can't get behind a card that you have to put in 1.1 million coins into on Xbox. An untradable card with barely any packs back. I can't get behind it. If you have the coins, if you have the untradables to do him, then do him. But by God, do not put pure coins into that card. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. See ya.